So if you could say your name, round one, and then you can just start talking.
Okay, so my name is Josh. This is an update after my first live confessional. So basically, I wanted to do this live one because I noticed something pretty interesting. A lot of things are starting to go into place, and I'm very interested to see how it's going to go down because our team destroyed them. I couldn't believe it. 30-42. Like we all knew what our points are going to be, but compared to them, they got 9. I'm like, how? I thought they were going to destroy us with a perfect score because I thought they were thinking the same page, but nope, not even close. It was just too hilarious. I was trying to hold back my laughter when you guys were announcing the results. I was like, oh my God, this is just too funny. This is just too much. I just can't deal with this. It's too good. But, oh my God. I just love it. But yeah, our team is definitely a very tight team. Like, especially since like after we did the challenge, we all stayed up until like 1 in the morning, and then we just like talked about random fun shit with Nicole. Hi. But yeah, we did a lots of fun stuff. And we talked about what treats are we gonna eliminate, what our favorite drinks, like all that good stuff. And yeah, I truly feel that like even if our teams get swapped, I think all of us are thinking like, okay, the 8 of us, or mainly the 7 of us plus Jordan, should stick together. Especially since like we could think around the same page. Like all 7 of us worked so well together. Let's run the game together. I think we're all thinking on the terms of like thinking on that same page, as far as I know, because I know Scott wants to go down that route. Jackie wants to go down that route. Connor wants to go down that route. Jeff wants to go down that route. So if everyone is going down that route, that is going to be a driving force to be reckoned with. I'm so proud that like I was the last one picked to be on the winning team. So I'm so happy with that. But yeah, that's far as that goes. But yeah, I'm ready for any more open questions you have towards me for any other interesting details or stuff you want to know.
So I'll cover our basic questions we ask. So you kind of touched on this, but who do you trust the most right now in this game?
Who I trust the most? Interesting. So I still don't have an answer for that. Like I think well actually now I do. I feel like I like Jackie and I trust her the most out of everybody because like I said earlier with like Scott and Austin both like giving me like, not so good vibes on the fact of like, people were telling me that Austin is like a chaotic player and like, he's done a lot of crazy shit and like all that too. And Nicole knows this. So it's just like, well, that is already not a good sign. And he wanted to talk to me today, but at the same time, he kind of called it off. So I was just like, what is going on with that? But yeah, I was hoping that Austin, I would trust him the most, and maybe like everything else is just all hearsay. But apparently, it's not the case. He's still in everybody's ears a chaotic player, and he's probably going to be a huge target for the next few rounds. So it's nice to have him as a shield for the next little bit. Like that's good for me. But yeah, like definitely Jackie because I talked to her and yeah, like her and I were just vibing, and like I have a feeling that her and I are gonna go far in this game. And also, I talked to Corey too, and she's really sweet. And like to be honest, I think she's gonna stick tight with me. I think she is because we've been talking for 45 minutes straight, so it was probably one of the longer Skype calls I've had with her. One of the longer Skype calls I've had in this org. So the fact that she was able to stay and talk to me for that long, it shows that she truly wants to talk to me and stuff. Like I thought she was just like, we're not on the same team, we're not really talking or anything like that, or maybe she's just not talking in general. But I think she's trying to reach out more the same path that I'm doing. So I think Corey would have my back too. But yeah, I would say Jackie for right now, only because her and I are thinking on the same page. With Corey, I need to see later on to see if that will change. But yeah, I go with Jackie.
Okay, cool. And you kind of touched on this one too, but who do you trust the least?
Who do I trust the least? I don't want to say Austin, but Nicole is eyeing me on this one. Like, I don't want to say Austin, but like, ah, I would, I would have to go with Jack, only because of two things. One, Jack got the highest time in the puzzle, and I worry that he has an advantage. But if he did, he would have like told somebody, and that would have been interesting. But the thing is, I wanted to like build some trust with some people by trying to give a little bit of tidbits of information so that way they can give me some info on what is happening. It worked with me at All Out before, so I guarantee you it's probably gonna work again. I just need to find a way to loop that in. So yeah, as far as I know, like the person I trust the least would have to be with Jack right now, but that could change, only because it's too early. But the fact that he didn't quite reveal to anyone that he knows that he has an advantage, that shows that he's thinking smart, and a lot of people are catching on to that, despite the fact he's only 18, but he's really thinking smart, and Jack can catch on to that too. So she has her sights on him. But yeah, I will say Jack for now, but I guarantee you after this round, it's probably going to change.
Okay, cool. And then last question, besides yourself, who do you think is set up best right now to win this game?
Who is set up best? I'd say Scott right now because I have a feeling that everybody loves Scott, and also the fact that he was also the first one to reach out to me and saying, "Here, I want to take it to the end." I'm like, "Okay, that's a bold one right out of the gate." So the fact that he is coming out boldly on that right now, it shows that he's either playing really, really hard at the beginning and no one's catching on to it. But the thing is, I'm still getting a little bit of like basically how I try to orchestrate that down is that Austin is like, no, sorry, Scott is like third least trusting with me. That is Austin, and then it's Jack only because he didn't reveal anything about the advantage, but he was so slick about it. Uh, but those three could easily like flip around as the game goes on. So yeah, with this case, I would say like Scott is like really thinking ahead. I can tell he's like 3 or 4 steps ahead, and I just want to make him think that I'm in his back pocket, so that way he could use me for whatever he wants. When in reality, I'm the one that's pulling his mind and trying to make him do what I want. So that's the way you got to deal with manipulators that way. You got to make them think that they can control you, because if they can't control you, then they have no use for you, and then they'll get rid of you. So that's how you got to think an aspect of these orcs.
Okay, and then Nicole just sent us a question. Plan to try to win Party Planner next round? If so, what will your strategy be in picking teams?
Okay, party planner. Now that I know what benefit for party planner is, I found out that with party planner you get isolated from your team. So maybe it's not the best option for me to get party planner this early in the game. I would have to say like I would have to get party planner like at least maybe halfway, because social dynamics is really key in this game, and it really affected Jordan. You could tell that he was left out of the loop on like some conversations within our tribe. So yeah, I definitely do not want to go for party planner this early in the game. I would have to wait like maybe until we get like around 10, 9, or 8. Then I could try to see if I could go for party planner just for safety. But other than that, definitely not next round or the round after that or the few rounds. Because otherwise you get left out of the loop on so many conversations. And I do not want to be in that route this early in the game.
Okay, Nicole, I don't know if you can talk, but if you have anything else to add, otherwise I think we're good.
I think that's all I have since you aren't going to tribal. I guess I do have one question. So if you had a choice, who on the other team would go home?
Wait, hold on. Say that again. You cut out.
If you had a choice, who would go home this round on their tribe?
Well, if I had a choice, I'd say I'd pick the one that either is not active or at least just go with the majority, because I do not want to be the decision maker on who goes home, because the decision maker goes home. And that happened with me and all out too. I was like, okay, let's get Lee out of here. But next thing you know, half hour before tribal, it flicked back on me because I was the one that was calling the shot. So yeah, I would say like whatever the majority is, I'm happy. Like whoever the majority is, as long as it's not Corey, Ryan, or Grayson, I'm fine with it.
All right, that's all I have.
Yay.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna stop the recording.